the night is colder than yesterday. It's also snowing. However, there is barely any wind. And considering how well today went for me, I appreciate the cold. It keeps us busy, you know. It keeps us away from overthinking stuff. It keeps us grounded. It keeps our hopes leveled, I guess. I've been doing this for quite some time now, this running stuff. I always pick the night because, well, during the day I work. So when it gets night, when it gets, the night time, I'm usually quite tired, so. And it's cold. And it's only me. It's only me. I usually run for 1 hour now, and then I stop and go inside, take a shower, prepare for the next day. It's always the same stuff. But always the same stuff. Wake up, work, come here, do our run, go to sleep. At least I have something, I have a routine to retain some form of sanity. My favorite times are when it rains as well. When it's cold, dark, it snows and rains at the same time. Sometimes it happens. And it's also quite windy. At 1 hour seems like an eternity in those times when that happens. I wear a suit during the day, you know that? I wear nice clothes. It's only when I come home, when I take all that shit off, replace it with quote-unquote bad clothes, and do my work, my real work. And nobody knows but me. People think that I train during the day because I work at the gym. But no, most of my training actually takes place when I'm all alone. And it's not, I don't do this because there is no extremely deep reason why. It's simply this: when I am alone I can think for myself and do things my way. When I'm around people I don't like it very much. I don't know. I retreat myself, I guess, when I'm around people. How's your day been? Was it good? Was it bad? Whichever it may be, at least you are alive. At least you've experienced something. I guess we should be grateful for that. Maybe. The cold doesn't bother me anymore. It's somewhat relaxing. Do you think there's any hope for people like us? I'm talking to you, yeah. Because I have no answer. And I've been looking for one for quite a few years now. Maybe that doesn't have to be. Maybe that's the point of our existence. We don't have any hope. We don't have any answers. We're meant to bask within our own insanity. And maybe extract something worth to be left for the others. But that's an answer. So maybe maybe it's not it. Maybe it's something else. If you are wondering, yeah, it's a circle. It's a motorway circle. It's more of an oval shape road. And I'm just going to the road. That's it. I recently finished my PhD dissertation about 2 days ago. And what I can tell you is that some might see that as a form of success. I know my peers do, but me specifically, it means absolutely nothing to me. In fact, when I saved the document for the last time, all I felt was a void. There was just a void. And a deep sadness overwhelmed me. And I don't know why. I don't know why. It's funny that many people ask me things and come to me for answers, and usually I know the answers and I give them, but if you were to ask me about important things about my life, questions about my life, I have no answers for those. I have some vague, foggy idea that might resemble an answer for each question that you address to me concerning my life, but no definitive answer. How does that happen? How the fuck does that happen? I often think to myself and say to myself that things such as there is no greater purpose for your life, you are not special, and the world constantly tells you that. Reality does not care for you. and you will achieve nothing worth preserving or mentioning, or nothing the future generation will appreciate. Not because you don't have the capabilities to do so, but because you are part of the unlucky. You are meant to be unfortunate. You don't get a good life. You don't get satisfaction and joy. You get work, endless work, and hopefully death. That's not brutal. And the only thing I can do after that is laugh maniacally. Because if I don't, I just disappear, I guess. When I look at people that I admire, which happens, you know, or people that I treasure, I wonder, how are their lives? What do they feel? Are they okay? Are they like me? Or are they different? Do they have my own problems? Or do they have their own? And are our problems different? Or are they the same consequence? Are they consequences of the same underlying fundamental? Which, you know, philosophically might be Arthur Schopenhauer's will to live. Life just creates problems, throws them at you. You're supposed to solve them. You, weak and dumb and full of futility, you're supposed to solve life's problems. Imagine that. The humor, the laughs God is having at our own expense. Or maybe it's Nietzsche's ideas, will to power. Maybe life creates problems that resonate with Nietzsche's will to power. But then the problems are even greater and worse. And it's not as if you have changed. It's not as if you are stronger. I don't know how other people live every day, how their lives are. I barely know my own. And I don't know if others have answers, but as I said, I do not for myself. I do not. A routine like this keeps me, as I said, somewhat sane, somewhat functioning I've trained this body to be able to take me from place to place, to work all day, and to not complain. But mentally, I have no idea what tools to use. Physically, I know. I can lift things and I can run. But mentally, what? What are the answers? The answers are within the questions that I ask myself. Sure, buddy. Sure they are. As a man specifically, if you're listening to this, do you think you'll have the things you most want? Things you want the most? And I assume they're the same as mine. Family, love. You know, do you think you'll have those? Do you think you're worthy enough to get them? I don't think I am. In all honesty, I think I'm quite fucked. I don't see no light at the end of the tunnel. All I see is the tunnel. There is no fucking light, no beacon, nothing. What a shit existence. Sometimes I also ask myself, if all effort is pointless, why do you work so hard? And not just hard, but harder than everybody else around you. I guess it's because I still have some hope. And it's quite funny. This hope is running low. However, the lower it runs, the more I work. How the fuck does that work, you know? I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes people don't like me, and that's fine. It's not because I hurt them in any way, but it's not as if everybody has to like you. You shouldn't seek everybody's approval anyway. That's a pet a pathway towards mediocrity and stagnation, because you assimilate yourself with the group. Fuck the group. There is no group. There is only truth to yourself or truth to the world. And I've been both. I've been true to the world, and it hurt way more than now. Now it still hurts, but it's different. Now it hurts in solitary. In a solitary way. There's barely any attachment left for this being. You know what a friend of mine told me once? He told me, you don't get love, you get work. That's what he said. And I'm starting to believe him, you know. And I know I'm not a wise person, because a wise person does not suffer unnecessarily. Well, I do. So I know I'm not wise. And there's not much I can do about that. But I can do something about something else. I can take that quote and say, well, alright then. So, if I can't have what I want most, then what are my options? If work is all I get, that means I can choose my suffering, right? At least I can do that. Or I can't do that either. The world will choose my suffering. Well, from my experience, which is not that big, into this wretched existence, it's a combination of the two. You can choose some suffering, and the world chooses some suffering for you, and that's your life. If you're a man like me, part of the unfortunate. And that's what I did for the past 3 years now. Or was it 4? 4. I chose my suffering. And it fucking sucks. But keeps me grounded. Gives this body and mind some focus, some control. Doesn't just drift into the fucking wind and whims of this world. My feet hurt all the time. The pain though means very little to me. I realize it as I did now from time to time, and then it slips back into some corner of my mind. And it springs back up again, and then it goes back. I don't know why I wanted to make these videos. Maybe for that one person that will see this and feels that they have no hope. They think they're not better than anybody. They think that the world is comes crashing down on them. You're not alone. From the outside, I know, I'm not trying to be a fucking coy dickhead, but from the outside, many people see the shit that I do, the books that I write, as a form of success. For fuck's sake, I haven't finished my master's degree yet, and I've already done my PhD dissertation. And they think, oh my god, you are so brilliant, so fuck you. You know nothing. So I'm trying to tell you that don't compare yourself with people you don't know. And whatever success you see in others, assume it's an illusion. You have to. You have to. So you don't go insane. You know what real success is? Looking in the faces of the people you love and seeing them alive and well. Not this abstract shit. Not this fucking world that we've built. These systems. These pointless, broken excuses. Excuses of working institutions. I've had glimpses in the past few months of life, of what life could be for me. I've seen beauty, but then, you know, reality sets back in and tells you, you will never have that. You will never have that. And to that I say, it's the only thing that keeps me going, man. To that I say, fuck you. Fuck you. I'll do my best to have it. You will take me anyway. But before you do, I'll give it a shot. I'll try to get the things that I want. That this being desires most. before you fucking take me. Like the billions of others you have taken already. The god of entropy. The beyond death itself. There lies entropy. Great devourer of all that is life, of all that is dynamic. I'm alone. And that's fine. For now. Hopefully all this loneliness will eventually come. Because I don't want to be another Frank Kafka. Or another Schopenhauer. I don't want to be those. I can't. I fucking can't. I'd rather die. I'd rather die right now than to know that none of this will matter. For some reason though, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, God I guess, hasn't taken me yet. So that's where hope comes from. It might be all just a sick fucking joke. God surely enjoys its dark humor. But the child within me says hope. So I do. I do hope for the better. Even when all I see is futility and sorrow. When I run, it's the only time when I talk to myself, truly. Because during the day, I laugh and smile. And I make people happy. They enjoy being around me. Most of them. But that's not me. That's not me at all. This is my reality. The fucking road. And talking to myself. Well, I think I'll shut up for a second. I have something. Do you remember when was the last time you felt actual happiness? Do you have a memory, something that you can cling to? Something you can call this exactly, this specifically was me happy? Do you? Well, if the answer is yes, you have more than me. And I'm not joking. Even if it happened to me, I have no memory of what the hell happiness even is supposed to be. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. If you do, treasure it. It's worth more than all my wealth. this being owes a lot to two great men, one Dr. Jordan B. Peterson and the other David Goggins. For without them, this being would have been lost a long time ago. It would have been a pile of bones. Not worth saving. Not worth anything. I think things are gonna get better pretty soon. I'm not sure how though, but I have a general idea. I could, I could become a professor at the university. It wouldn't be so bad, such a bad existence. Hey, it might even be a life for a living. I guess I could do that. What do you think you could do? And don't worry, it is not as if what I think is a sure deal. But I can do it, So what do you have as an answer for you? I hope you do have an answer. It's not even the running that is hard at this point. It's just communicating with myself that's difficult. But I do it nonetheless. I see many people, they cope with reality and existence to various means. Alcoholism, hedonistic indulgences, sex, going to clubs, gluttony, eating too much. I have none of those things, but it's not as if I am without sin. I guess my sin would be envy, because I am envious. Fundamentally speaking, I look at others and I always analyze other people's lives and compare them to my own. And you always find things that you would want to have as well. I guess it depends on what you are comparing yourself to or with as well. That influences your answer. But nonetheless, I do it, and that is part of my misery. But even though I am aware of it, it's not as if I can control it well. Knowing and understanding are completely different concepts, and their applicability relies heavily on you. I'm no great thinker, or I can't even think for myself much. So, the way I cope is by engaging in the sin of envy. I see reality for what it is too, and I very much detest it. The genetical predispositions don't help either, you know. The genetic code, the genes of my parents are them and their parents, because generally speaking my ancestors were never happy people and my parents were not happy people either. So that doesn't help when combined with everything else. I hope so. I hope you have someone you love and who loves you back. For then you have the world. And it's true. It's true. You don't need much else. You really don't. Look at me. During the day, I seem like the most competent and well put together person you'd ever meet. Then when I get home and change my clothes from the Hugo Boss suit to my fucking $2 shirts, I'm a fucking wreck. Don't compare yourself with others. Only misery awaits you if you do that. Do something I cannot do. Do something I cannot do. Don't compare yourself with others. I just had a thought, like, why don't I set up a better camera? I could. It's not as if I don't have the means. But why would I? What's the point? No one's gonna watch this shit anyway. And even if they do, so what? My message would be all the same. Maybe in the future, I don't know. Maybe never. Maybe I'll die tomorrow. That could happen. That can always happen. Treasure your family members, man. Till they're around you. Till they're not gone. Because they will be gone very quickly. And you're not gonna get them back. This fucking world only takes and takes and takes. We're the only ones that give something back whilst we are alive. Try to give something back in the form of creation, if you can, before you're gone too. Well, another hour has passed. It's very cold, but I'm fine with it. At least I can feel something, you know, even if it's only pain. Be kind to one another. See you next day, hopefully.